Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Today I'm going to talk about Bookshark's completely free and amazing U.S. Constitution Unit Study. It is fantastic. I've actually finished it. We did it over the last 2 weeks before Christmas, and I'm going to talk about that today and the book that goes with it in just a minute. If you are new here, I talk about curriculum, homeschool curriculum, diverse books, literature-rich homeschool stuff, some secular resources, as well as some interest-led. We're kind of interest-led, literature-rich, sometimes unschooly, like all those kinds of things. So that's what you'll see a lot on my channel. I have one kid who loves to read, one kid who doesn't. So we have like quite a mix. And so anybody that's here, I'm so glad. I hope you enjoy. The whole point of my channel is just to inspire people to go and look for what might be a good fit for their homeschool. So I'm so glad you're here. So let's hop in, and I'm going to show you everything you want to know about this fabulous Bookshark unit. And it is, like I said, completely free. You can go on their website. I'll link it below. I used it. My son is in high school. He's in 10th grade. I think they said it's for like ages 8 and up. In my state, you're required to have a Constitution unit as part of your American history credit, and so I wanted one. I had some specific things I wanted. I wanted it to be like non-politically, what's the word? I wanted it to be like neutral. That was important to me. And also, well, that was basically the main thing. I just wanted something that was going to give them the facts and teach them about the Constitution, and with a fun, like, living book, if I could find it. And it was quite hard to find that. And so when I just stumbled upon the Bookshark, I've never used any of their stuff before, and I love it. I'm thinking about maybe using their history with my daughter next year for history and language arts. So, and y'all know, if you watch me, I don't always, like, I won't recommend something unless I really, really liked it. So for me to say, like, I might switch up next year and that I really liked it that much. So it has some copy work. You're going to get, like, with regular Bookshark stuff, it's going to cover history and language arts. So this is just a unit study, so it's basically just walking you through the Constitution and sort of like that. But they do have copy work in here, and so there's elements of the normal Bookshark program. But if you like this, I would tell you to totally check out their stuff. Again, this isn't sponsored. I don't work with them. I would, because I love it, but it's fantastic. So I'm going to show you inside and tell you all about it. Let's see, the first thing is the book. You do have to purchase this book. It's called What is the Constitution? This is a whole series, and you know, we have never read any of these books, the What Is books, and I'll tell you why. I don't like the covers, like the big giant heads on the tiny bodies. I know that's like a stupid reason to have never read these books, but that is why. And they are fantastic. They have great pictures. And like I said, nonpartisan, everything. I think Bookshark is all secular. I believe they're owned by the same company as Sonlight, which is going to be like a Christian curriculum, but Bookshark is like their secular version, I guess. And so if that's important to you, or if you're in a state where you have to, if you're getting funding for homeschool, I know some states pay for certain curriculums if they're secular. Bookshark fits into that. Yeah, they're approved or whatever, I do believe. So look at the beautiful pictures. I'm going to show you, it also has a short section with art, actual like photographs. And there are assignments in the curriculum to go along. I don't know how good the lighting is. I'm sorry, y'all know. But it's just look how nice. So, and my child that doesn't love to read, he loved this book. He learned so much. It walks you through the Constitution, the Virginia Plan, the Preamble, the amendments, women, a little bit of everything. So I'll show you how they do things, but I just wanted to show you the pretty artwork. I got this book on Thrift Books for like $4. So this is the only thing you have to purchase, and then whatever you would print for the curriculum. So I'll show you a few of the sheets. So the way Bookshark works, even their regular history and language arts, I think this is set up 4 days a week. I believe if you do their history language arts combination, I think you can pick between 4 and 5 days. I'm not sure. It could just be 4 days. But so if this is a 2-week unit study, so you're going to have 8 days of work total. And so since my son's in high school, they did have options for like a little bit more not advanced, but you know, for a more of an intermediate. So they had sort of like younger options and then intermediate options as far as the assignments go. So I'll show you just a few, like I'll show you what it looks like. They tell you, they have like an instructor's guide that you print out, and then everything is scheduled for you. So that's like your at a glance. If you can see it. Here we go. Day 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they tell you like what do you need to read, options of activities, and then they have like the day breakdown for day 1, what you'll do, and it goes on. I'll show you the second page, like day 2, day 3, and then day 4. I'll show you just real quick. And also they'll show you like if there's an activity, they'll have like the answer key. See? So very cool. I'll show you some of the activities for week 1. I don't actually have my son's for week 1, but he did do it. So for week 1, you have for ages 7 through 9, they have copy work, and it's from the book. It's a section of this book. They also have vocabulary words, which for week 1 is like blueprint, spiffy, breeches, gout. Those are their vocab words for week 1. And then they have like the dictation if you're older, and you give them, it was a whole dictation of like a quote from the book. And then there's videos to watch, a short video on YouTube. Then there's an art study, which like comes from those black and white pictures that I showed you. And that would be like an example of what you would do. On day 2, like was when we did our vocab. Looking to see what else did we do. There's a word search in the first week. Another video on day 2. And then in day 3, it starts introing them to the Constitution, more vocabulary. And then there's discussion questions for every day for you to ask your child after they read. So that's really cool. And then the last, I'm looking to see, yeah, this was day 4? Yeah, on day 4, they look at the Virginia plan, and there was a really cool little worksheet where they learn to like write about the 3 branches of government. I'll kind of show you right here. So not too much, but really good like hands-on stuff. I have some more of the week 2 that I'll show you next, because I actually have all of his work for week 2 right here. Let's see. Yeah. I'll go on to week 2. Oh yeah, and the last day of week 1, they learn about their U.S. senators and representatives, and they have a map for that, and you can go on, if your kids are older, they can go and research about their own representatives, the senators, and their representatives, and they can like put them down and write them, and they can look on the map and see like how many states have how many of each and all that good stuff. Really cool. Just to learn about stuff like every state has 2 senators, but representatives are based on population, and so all of that cool stuff. So he loved that. And let me switch to the next week. Yeah, there's the word search. Okay, week 2. You get the same schedule. I'll show it to you again. That breaks it down day by day. So you can just tell your child like what pages to read. And again, it has discussion questions, vocabulary. So for day 1, they are going to read their book. They're going to have the vocab. This for week 2, day 1, tyrants, veto, impeach, and swayed. You got discussion questions. You've got a timeline and map activities. I'll show you what the timeline looks like when it's all filled out. Where is it? Maybe. Yeah, here it is. Have a little timeline to take them through. And they learn about the Electoral College. So cool. They watch more videos. And then they have like, what are the qualifications to become president? And that was really interesting because they were talking about how like it's such a big deal, you know, to be a citizen, and that you need to be born, like American born. But like the first, I think they said 4 presidents weren't American born because like America was brand new. So there weren't people that had lived there. Just stuff like that is so interesting that, you know it, but you're just like, huh, that's really interesting, right? And some of the videos are like Schoolhouse Rock. They have a video that teaches them about the Electoral College, which is very interesting. More vocab on day 2. They did ratify, engrossed on parchment, more discussion questions. They do like a preamble scramble. I have that one. Show it to you. Where they cut out the preamble and have to like put it back together in order on the U.S. flag. So just like tactile things too to help them remember. So I really liked that. And let's see, let me show you. Oh yeah, and then they start going into the amendments. Let's see. Oh, but before that, I'll show you this. This is kind of scattered, y'all, but it's still interesting. I think you like it. They did creating your own Bill of Rights in week 2. And it gave them like an example, like they made like a crayons Bill of Rights, which was quite funny. And then you had to make your own Bill of Rights, and it could be about like whoever you wanted. So my son did like the dog's Bill of Rights, and they're really cute and fun. So there's an example of like their story. It was really good. And then like creative writing even, but also like they're understanding the concept, which in such a creative way that's not boring and dry. So I really, really loved that. And he had to write a preamble. I'll read you part of his, part of his preamble for the Dog's Bill of Rights was, "We the dogs of the people of the United States, in order to get to be loud and dig, to be loved despite our breed, and to not be bred, and to end breeding." Like he was very against like, pure breeding, you know? And so he made his Bill of Rights. Number 1, no putting down young dogs. Number 2, no discriminating by breed. Number 3, all dogs get freedom of bark. Number 4, the right to dig. Number 5, the right to the couches and the bed. Number 6, the right to play in the mud. Number 7, the right to be outside all day. Number 8, the right to be inside all day. Number 9, the right to people food. And number 10, the right to free toys. So cute. Just a fun little thing to help them, you know, think about it. I love that. And then here's an example of kind of the amendments. It's just a worksheet that goes over the different parts of the amendments. So I think that's all of his stuff that I pulled. But you can kind of see the way it works. The art studies were really cool. They learned about the Federalist Papers. I'm just flipping through here. Let's see, anything else I want to tell you about George Washington? Like I told you about the Bill of Rights. They learned about suffrage, women's suffrage, more discussion about that, about the amendments to abolish slavery, the amendment that gave African-American men the right to vote, which was the 15th Amendment, and then the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. My son was like, what? 19th Amendment? That's when women got the right to vote. Yes, it was, son. So that was really interesting. And that wrapped it all up. So I hope that this was helpful. Check it out. Totally free. Fantastic. I think if you want a gentle approach, if you're trying to do Constitution Unit with your kids, you don't want to spend forever on it. You want something that is going to hold their attention. They will remember. This book was great. I mean, I learned a whole lot. It was so neat to learn about like how much conflict there was when they were trying to come to agreements. It was very heated, and they did not agree, but they, you know, sat down and just worked it out. And I just think that that's so important for our kids to know that this wasn't like a perfect, everybody got along and everything was perfect, you know, and everybody was of the same mind. Like, no, they were like shaking their fingers and banging their fists, and it was hard work to, you know, to create our government. It's just like a miracle, truly, that it all came together. So, and it definitely talks about like Alexander Hamilton and kind of all the different people that are important. James Madison, George Washington, and it has a little information about each one of them. Benjamin Franklin. It is fabulous. So I can't say enough great things about it. Oh, and about how, like, in the beginning, you know, the states really weren't unified at all. They would, like, someone might ask what country you were from, and you might say, like, North Carolina or New York instead of America, because there was just no unifying, you know, nothing unifying the country, and how they had different currencies per state. And so you might travel to, you know, say if you went to Virginia and you're from, you know, North Carolina, your currency wouldn't be worth anything. So it was just very interesting to think about that, fights over land, and all these things that just had to be figured out in a brand new country. So I highly recommend. I cannot wait to try more of their stuff. If you've used Bookshark, I'd love to hear about your experiences with it. There is a lady on YouTube. I think her kids are close to graduating, but I will link her YouTube channel below. She's done a lot of Bookshark stuff over the years, and it looks so good. So hope you enjoy. Totally free. Just have to buy the book. So check it out. I think if you had little kids, they would enjoy it as well. I think probably ages, personally, I think like ages 12 and up, but that's just my opinion. But it was so good. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. Please share if you want, especially if you know someone looking for a Constitution unit that is totally free. Please share the video if you think it will help anyone. So thanks for watching as always, and y'all have a great day.